open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed as lot. We got into a drifted bag, and then we got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hello and welcome to day 4 of the 12 Days of Education. Joe Dexter with you as we raise funds for the College Advising Corps. We are inching closer to our goal. We're darn near there. $9,510 raised. I have 54 donations in total thus far as we head into day 4, and we've got a great show for you coming up. Don Charaba with the Reidsville Area Foundation will join us, and Bishop William Gregg will join us as well of St. Thomas Episcopal Church in Reidsville. His church's matching donation of $8,000 also added to this total to help the College Advising Corps, a very core part, no pun intended, well, the pun's intended. Core part of our community. The College Advising Corps helps low-income first-generation and underrepresented students apply to and enroll in college by placing recent UNC Chapel Hill graduates as a college advisor in select public high schools, and we're lucky to have 5 here in our county. And they help students apply for college admission as well as scholarships and financial aid. On average, Corps partner schools saw an increase of 10 to 11% in college enrollment within the first year of partnership. Some other interesting numbers to know that this is a best match and best fit scenario. Advisors help students identify and apply to post-secondary programs that will best serve them both academically and socially. And through sustained growth, 49% of all American Indian, 15% of Latinx, and 22% of all African American or Black students in the state will have access to a core advisor. Without this group, they might not have that same access. As we take a look at today's giveaway, it is the 12 days of education, but it's the 12 days of giving as well. We're so happy to be able to give. And today, our great giveaway, a 2-hour grant consultation for your project or nonprofit idea with our own Jenny Edwards of the Rockingham County Education Foundation. This giveaway includes foundation research. Jenny has more than 10 years of grant writing experience and has helped nonprofits win more than $2 million in grant awards during her career. The value of this, priceless. In my opinion, this is just a wonderful, wonderful giveaway, because if you have an idea on a project that betters our community, the first one that's going to be on board is Jenny Edwards. So if you can win this, you're going to be very fortunate. And to do so, all you have to do is text EDUCATE to 24365. That's EDUCATE to 24365 and help us collect money for the College Advising Corps. Some good news, too, is that you don't have to necessarily donate to enter the drawing, but we hope you will. To enter without donation, email your name and email address to Jenny at helprockinghamstudents.org. That's Jenny at helprockinghamstudents.org. Let's welcome in our wonderful, wonderful team today for the 12 Days of Education. We welcome in Don Charaba of the Reidsville Area Foundation, as well as Bishop William Gregg with St. Thomas Episcopal. Guys, how you doing?
Doing great.
Doing great. Thanks, Joe.
We're glad to have you here on day 4 of the 12 Days of Education. Two folks that understand education. We'll start with you, Don. Just how important, as a former executive director there at the Education Foundation, and just with your experience at the Area Foundation, how important is this advising corps to the community?
Having them here makes a world of difference in our community. If we think back over the past, since 2008, when they were brought to our community by the Education Foundation, we had a college going rate hovering around 25%. They have doubled that, more than doubled that. So around 56 to 60% of students in our community have access and are now going to college. And that's a 2-year or a 4-year degree. And so they provide a service that none of us can provide with a near peer model. None of us are near peers, but to really share their experience as a recent college graduate and help students progress to get their applications submitted, to get scholarship dollars, and really do hard work to better our community.
And with that hard work, it's almost sometimes with these types of positions, with the core, it almost goes unsaid what they're doing. We don't necessarily recognize every day what they're doing, but having that value in our schools is important for parents. It's important for those seniors. It's important for the up and coming students as well to see that this is an option for them to have somebody to speak to.
Yeah, I think they do more than just college advising. They are counselors. They are, older brother, sister role models. Some of them coach, so have taken on additional roles within the school setting. So they really integrate into the school culture and the school community to be part of the team within each school. And everyone is different, and that's the unique portion of it.
Bishop William Gregg also joins us from St. Thomas Episcopal Church. Bishop, this is important for your congregation as well to be able to help back. Why was it important for you to have this match? For those that don't know, we've raised $9,510, but $8,000 of that has been matched graciously by St. Thomas Episcopal Church.
Well, thank you, Joe, for having me here today, and Dawn as well. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
St. Thomas, from its inception in the late 19th century, has always been involved in and invested in the Reidsville, Rockingham County community. And this is extremely important. It's a core value of the Episcopal Church to be involved and invested in our community. And St. Thomas has lived into that. We are at a point now where, to use Dawn's phrase, we're a little bit past being peer mentors or peer coaches for high school students, and we're looking for new ways for us to be actively involved and investing in the community. And somebody said, well, why don't you call Jenny and see what she has to say? So I did, and we came up with this matching grant thing. The pandemic had closed down the annual gala that's usually held in the fall, and I thought this was in the range of doable for our folks, and the vestry, which is our governing board, agreed with me. And so we thought that between the two of us to raise $16,000 would be a really good thing to do, because it's a very specific, concrete investment in the youth of our county, and investing in them is an investment in the future of Reidsville and Rockingham County by opening doors to help equip them to be productive, creative, constructive citizens down the road. That's the future of our life, and it's not going to happen unless we get really involved right now, not tomorrow, right now. And so that's really the impetus from me and from St. Thomas to be supportive of the Corps and this excellent work. I mean, just look at the numbers, and it's had positive, significant impact on opening doors for students to progress into adulthood equipped to be successful. And you know, that's just beyond $10,000 or $16,000. That's a whole future of investment that is invaluable. And we're really pleased to be a part of it and to join in this effort.
We'll start with Bishop and then work to you, Dawn. How important is it to have these constructs and programs? And advising Corps is the prime example of building towards the future. You had mentioned it already, Bishop, a little bit, but we have to set the ground foundation for our future. And if we don't have programs and constructs like this to help the seniors of all age or of all types, where they're looking to go, their background shouldn't matter. They should all have this resource to be able to move forward.
Absolutely. And it's, you know, the thing is that when I went to college, you filled out your 4 or 5 pages of forms, you filled out the gaps fast for scholarship, you took your SATs, and you were done. And it's a lot more complex now. Not only because college and universities cost so much more, but it is just a more complicated process. And to have peers who've just recently been down this road and know the ropes and are on the ground familiar with the process is incredibly important, because I think oftentimes students who are quite capable in themselves, but they've not had the greatest resources or support behind them, are just overwhelmed by books and papers and processes and people and all the things you have to do in order to put together your packet for admissions. So this is a very practical, this is not an ethereal kind of theoretic approach
Right.
to getting kids in college or junior college or trade school, whatever it is that they need to do that builds on their skills and talents and interests. And I think a program like this that gives them a hand in a complicated, complex process is invaluable to us now and down the road.
Dawn, your thoughts on that, having a construct that is in our community, and you see several of these, but just having this for them, we have to have this foundation.
We do. And I think having experiences beyond high school and education change your life trajectory. And so it can change your income, it can change your opportunities and experiences. And many people in our community had never thought about a college experience before. So we have a lot of first generation college goers in our community still. And so what this does, it identifies under-resourced communities, students who have traditionally would not look at a college opportunity, and it works with those students to build them up. And I think it's an added layer of support within a school system. And they also do work that I think Bishop Gregg was talking about, the application process. Probably both of us filled them out paper online. So you probably typed yours. You probably did it online.
I'm close. I think I might have done a little bit of both. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So and there are it is rapidly changing, and there's new requirements, residency restrictions, things that none of us understand. But people who have recently been through it and know that experience can share with them. And what I think the coolest thing about this program is, within our community, it was community driven. So our community in 2008 said, we want this to happen. So 2 groups, one in Reidsville and one in Eden, began thinking about how can we get our students to college? How can we begin thinking about building their career and their success? And those 2 groups came together. This was the same time that Carolina Advising College, the College Corps was starting at UNC Chapel Hill, and we were one of the first communities to begin that and launch that with UNC Chapel Hill. So for us as a rural community, a small community, to do that and the level that we invest is also noteworthy. We are probably the community, the smallest community that invests the most in this program, to have one advisor in every high school, because our community thinks it's important.
We've seen a push in our community, too, of making this an importance, like you mentioned, since 2008. As we've seen the development, we're seeing results, aren't we, Dawn? We're seeing results not just in infrastructure, not just in the development of this program. The most important part to me is we're seeing the results in people.
Yeah. College going rates have doubled. FAFSA completion rates have increased. We see students filling out applications more and more. So not just one application, they're submitting 3 or 4. We're also seeing a great partnership develop with the community college. So identifying students who would rather go to the community college in a 4-year program, the College Advising Corps has a plan to strategically work with those students in partnership with the community college. So the longer they're here in our community, the more they understand what our needs are and can change their program accordingly. This year, they're going to be working and reaching with 8th graders for the first time. So helping them think through, as an 8th grader, what do I want my next 10, 15, 20 years to look like as far as education? And that's huge to begin thinking at that. I don't know about you guys at 8th grade, but I wasn't thinking about college.
Right. Well, and it's also important, I think, for the kids to have a sense of why it's important to invest their time and energy and effort in the present, in the 8th grade, the 9th grade, the 10th grade, et cetera, that it's a way of getting somewhere that they want to go. So we're not only giving them education and skills, we're teaching them to dream, we're teaching them to hope, and we're equipping them to make at least some of those dreams and hopes actualities. And that's an incredibly important thing. And I think it's even more incredibly important this year and for probably the next couple of years that are still going to be heavily impacted by the pandemic. These are times when giving hope, building capacity, and encouragement are extremely important. And this is opening a door that says this is doable. You can do this, and the investment is also related to the fact that this is not just a programmatic answer to a question. This is investment in people, and I've always found, in my 40+ years in the Episcopal Church, when I invested in the people, programs would emerge and follow. But when money was only put into programs and energy into programs, the people may or may not be there because they're not invested in. It's a program that's invested in. And I think if people take away anything from this afternoon, take away the fact that what St. Thomas seeks to do with the Rockingham County Education Foundation and what Dawn is talking about is investing in people, our young people, and investing in them now. And one of the consequences are going to play out in the economic growth and development of Rockingham County. It's going to play out in the social development of Reidsville and Rockingham County. It's going to be a county-wide, cities included process that is going to be fruitful. But, as all the farmers in the county know, if you haven't started tilling your soil and preparing your fields in January and February, they're not going to be ready for planting in April. And one of the great things about being a bishop of an agricultural diocese was learning that hands-on. And that's what we're doing here. We're tilling the soil. We're nurturing the soil. We're raising up these people so that they can be the most fruitful that they can be. And that's the investment. That's the payoff, to use gross economic terms. That's the payoff. The investment is in incredibly knowledgeable, skilled, wonderful people who will have a reason to live in the county, in the cities, because there'll actually be jobs, because companies will come, because we have a skilled and educated workforce. And it remains very practical all the way through, I think.
It's the 12 days of education. All donations today supporting college advisors for Rockingham County students through the Rockingham County Education Foundation, the College Advising Course. You can help us. Help the Corps. Text EDUCATE to 24365. That's EDUCATE to 24365. Guys, I want to take some time to thank some of our great major donors and sponsors for this. Without them, this is not possible. Bishop, thank you so much to you and your fellowship for your matching donation. It's been inspirational to so many to see that you guys stepped up as leaders and now they're following, and it's just beautiful to see. So thank you so much. Also want to thank Gildan Activewear, Arthur's Jewelry of Reidsville, 14 carats, diamonds. It's a pendant coming up on the 11th day of Christmas. You're going to want to stay tuned for that giveaway. Also, thank you to Three Rivers Outfitters, Going Down the River. That's one heck of a giveaway as well, a guided trip. M&M Tire and Auto of Madison, thank you so much. Biscuitville, Dexter Media, RC Partnership for Children, who do great things in our community. Gordon Allen Photography, Aspen by Rachel Rakes. Captured by Adina, Wine Knocks in Madison, RC Partnership for Children, and Bradley Farms. And most importantly, thank you to you who have donated and helped us with this great, great program in our community that are helping high school seniors and future high schoolers build their foundation and be ready for what's coming next with the greatest advice as possible. Thank you, Ashley Cooper. Another generous donation is in, and you can do so too. Text EDUCATE to 24365. Well, Dawn, I'm going to ask you, because I know you know from experience, and Bishop, I know you're starting to gain this experience about Jenny. Today's giveaway is a grant 2-hour consultation with our very own Jenny Edwards. Dawn, what is 2 hours with Jenny Edwards worth with somebody with an idea to better our community or a nonprofit looking to gain some funds to continue their mission?
I think I would agree with you that is priceless. Jenny has experience both from the planning perspective, from startups, looking at how to build an organization from the ground up, but also how to fundraise, how to leverage relationships within the community. So I think I donated. Can I win two hours with Jenny? But I think anyone who is thinking about a nonprofit, who's interested in a nonprofit, or even just wants coaching as you are working in your current position, I think Jenny would be a great person to talk to.
That's the thing. When you get Jenny, you get somebody passionate about community, and when she hears your idea, it's like, oh, let's go. Let's go.
Be ready.
Yeah, be ready, because she's a fireball in a good way. That means that she's going to work to build what you're looking to build, and she's going to be there with you. So I'm going to give you a couple more minutes, folks, to donate to get entered for that great giveaway today. All you have to do is text EDUCATE to 24365. That's EDUCATE to 24365. Dawn, through this program, how have you seen the growth in education in our area with what Rockingham County Education Foundation is doing since 2008? What are some of the things that we look forward to doing too that we need to do to continue building on this great program as well as continuing to support it?
I think our CEF has sort of 3 pillars that they focus on: College Advising Corps, advocacy, so education policy, advocacy, speaking for our teachers, for our public school system, and then also assisting parents understand and navigate the school system. It is challenging, even for me, someone who works in education all the time, navigating the different avenues, departments, understanding policies, procedures. It can be daunting. And so I think the Education Foundation has a unique role where they can bridge school system with community in a very unique, helpful way, through advocacy, through newsletters, through just partnerships.
And guys, I think now more than ever, Bishop, you talked about this earlier, we're talking today through a screen, but it feels more than that, right? It feels, it's more than that, and we have to accept that, and not only accept that, but turn that into more positive noise in working together. The key right now in this world, through this program, through so many things that we're looking to accomplish in our community, is accepting what we can do through this medium and building on it. And the virtual is not going to stop us. The virtual is not going to stop these students from having to go into their next part of their life and have to build on what they've done already and make a tough decision. We as a community as a whole, whether we're in front of a computer, whether we're next to each other, whether we're talking on the phone, I still talk on the phone. I know not many people do, but we have to come together as one. That's the only way that we're going to continue to build and develop. And what we're seeing through this advisor corps, what we're seeing through what St. Thomas is doing, what Reidsville Area Foundation is doing, we have to continue that leadership when we have to continue that direction. The only way is forward, whether I'm looking through you through this lens or whether we're together.
That's right. And, the thing too, Joe, is that when we do that, take that stance and concentrate on what we can do, there are unimaginable possibilities, innumerable possibilities. So together with the foundation, with St. Thomas, with all those wonderful businesses that you scrolled earlier on, focusing on what can be done is going to get us where we need to be. And that's going to be a great thing. It's going to be people like Jenny who are creative and can hear an idea and say, well, if we do this and this and this, we can get here and here and here. And it's an exciting process. It's going to be a great gift to whoever wins today's drawing, to have people like Dawn who continue to work in the area on these topics, but focusing on what we can do. We can't do a lot of stuff, but who cares? What we can do is what's important. I tell my people, I'm not interested in what you can't do. Tell me about what you can do, and then we'll do that. And that's what the foundation is about, is what can you do educationally? How can we get you to move forward? How can we open doors with you so that you can decide to go through them?
That's right.
Perfect.
Let's welcome in, her ears might be ringing a little bit, but let's welcome in Jenny Edwards with Rockingham County Education Foundation. Jenny, how you doing? I'm just glad that we're giving away this gift today, valued priceless. There's no price tag on this one. And did you put I sent you that text. Did you put my name in there 50 times?
Joe, I want to tell you right now, if I had known that you all were going to do this, I would not have put my 2 hours up, because now I have to live up to this. We may get some complaints.
No.
You will not. I tell you, it's a hard act to follow, Bishop Gregg and Dawn, that both just spoke to my heart. I'm sitting here with tears welling up in my eyes at how fortunate we are to have leaders, in Rockingham County, like Dawn and Bishop Gregg, who, not only are willing to step out and take risks and help advance good work in the county, but can speak about it at such a depth and so heartfelt. It was really a tremendous show today.
It definitely was. And I know the cap to the perfect day 4 of 12 Days of Education. The best cap is the top of that golden teapot.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got that right here.
Let's see the names in there. Let's see who's going to win. Now, is there a conflict of interest if you draw this? I don't have to worry about any conflicts, right? You're going to do this fair because it is you that is giving this away.
fair and square. In fact,
Okay.
yeah, fair and square. And in fact, if someone wins this and is not interested in 2 hours of grant writing help or a nonprofit,
I'll take it.
I will consult with a nonprofit of your choice. And if the prize doesn't resonate with you, we will find something else. It will not hurt my feelings, and we'll just bump this down to later in the week. So don't feel like if you win today, you have to accept this prize.
Jenny, they're going to want it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh, name.
Absolutely.
I also will include a pretty vigorous foundation research in that, and I can come up with a whole list of foundations that will match the nonprofit's interest so that they have something to work from to start developing those relationships with funders.
Right.
Okay, so we've had a lot of donations come in since yesterday's broadcast, and so I'm going to show these names here just so everyone knows that they're going in. So we have Valencia Abbott. She's a local educator. She's working on a terrific project at the Mark, a civil rights project. So it's going to open up into a permanent exhibit. It's really tremendous. So
and
anyway,
we're gonna have her on later on the 12 days of education
right.
as well.
That's exactly right. So this is Trip Bennett. Trip owns Bark Stuff Made of Wood in Stoneville. Super cool place. Go by there and see Bark. So he goes in the pot. Laurie Wilson. A lot of folks know Laurie. She was involved early on in the College Advising Corps. She goes in the pot. Jan Flannery here is in the pot. And you can see I'm folding these very carefully so we don't have any hanging edges. Mike Doherty of the City of Eden also made a donation. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, it was great. Ann Willis, former chair
Hey,
of the foundation. Ann has designed a really innovative summer program to help middle school students not lose their math skills over the summer. It's really tremendous. And then Ashley Cooper, I apologize for not getting your mom's name, but I saw that you made that second donation, and I remember you sent a text asking to enter her. So I'm just putting this in as Ashley Cooper's mom, but you'll know who it is. Okay, so now we mix it up really good. It's the magic teapot of happiness. Give it a good shake, a little bit of shake. I put the lid on, a little shake. Okay, I'm not looking. I am drawing the name. Here we go. Let me just make sure I get just one. Okay. Huh?
Joe Dexter.
In there, unfortunately, Nancy Crutchfield has won today's drawing. So
Congrats, Nancy.
Yes, I will get in touch with Nancy and let her know, and she'll have an option of either accepting the 2 hours of grant writing help with me, or we will find another prize for her that might be more suitable to her.
And Nancy, if you have any ideas that you have for a nonprofit, you don't have to be a nonprofit. You don't have to be, if you have an idea to better your community or to just give back, Jenny will listen.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, guys, this was such a wonderful show. The 12 Days of Education, the gift that keeps on giving, day 4. Man, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate learning from you guys and hearing from you guys. So thank you for stopping by.
Well, thank you for having us.
And tomorrow, the city of Reidsville, you're being put on notice right now. Joe Dexter is putting you on notice. It's a hometown throwdown challenge. Stoneville stepped to the plate. Stoneville was at the plate the other day. Stoneville stepped up. Team Reidsville is a city of champions. So I expect a lot from Reidsville tomorrow. You're going to find out more on my Facebook page. I'm going to post out my challenge. So make sure you're tuning in to the 12 Days of Education. We're raising funds. All donations support college advisors for Rockingham County students. You can help us. Text EDUCATE to 24365. That's EDUCATE to 24365. And also, if you're watching and you're afraid to pull up it is simple. You can pull up your phone and do it. But if you're feeling a little bit nervous about it, feel free to contact me. You can contact Jenny or anybody involved with this, and we'll help you find a way to donate to this great, great advisory corps. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for joining us for the 12 Days of Education. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great night.
a special star shining from afar, seeking us to warm up every heart, to be our light into the night. Bless